Hi guys, it's lizzisimss here. Welcome back to my channel. I hope you're all doing okay, staying safe and taking care of your mental well-being. So today is part 5 out of 7 for my week-long project of my Teens of the Arts Quarter series. I will link the last video in the cards above if you want to check that out, and also check out the other sims in this series. This series came about because I wanted to create a series of teen sims dedicated to each of the districts in the world of San Myshuno in The Sims. So the districts are the Spice Market, the Arts Quarter, the Fashion District and Uptown. My Instagram followers voted for the Arts Quarter first, so that is the series we are doing this week, but don't worry, I will be doing the other districts at some point as well. If you want to see the full gang, head on over to my Instagram. There's a dedicated post for all of them together. Link to all my platforms are in the description of this video. The full CC list for each sim is on my Tumblr if you want to download any of the CC I used here, or if you want to have these sims in your game. I will also be adding them to my gallery. Just remember, you have to filter in the gallery for custom content, and you need to download all the CC in the CC list and have it in your mods folder for the sims you download from the gallery to look exactly the same as they do here. I hope that made sense. And also, I'll just say my usual disclaimer that if there is a piece of CC missing in the list, it's because the link is broken and I can't find the fixed link, or it's been deleted by the owner, or I simply can't find it anymore. So I do apologize if anything is missing, but I do try my best to cite every CC I use in the list. Screenshots are also at the end of this video as always, so I hope you enjoy those, and let's get into the sim's backstory. So this sim I think is very talented at poetry. He loves writing and is very musically inclined, but he prefers writing poetry most of all because it combines musicality and writing. His poetry really comes from a very real place for him. He writes about social justice and inequalities he can clearly see in the society he lives in, but as much as he writes about these more, I don't know, somber topics, which are very important to discuss, he always ends his poems on a positive note. He wants to spread knowledge about these issues, but he also wants to spread joy and hope and positivity. And while he is very talented at poetry, I don't think he wants to make a career out of it. Instead, I think he wants to work in the public sector when he's older. His aim is to work with the community, with children and with young adults in the charity sector preferably, and he wants to be a community leader in his community. So I think he'd like to host events and activities for the young people of the Arts Quarter, so they have a space to be creative and vocal about their interests and also about their own issues that they're experiencing. And he just really wants to be a voice for those who don't have one. So I think he's a very ambitious sim. He knows where he wants to go and how to get there, and he's taking the steps he needs to. I think he's already really involved in the community. He volunteers in youth centres and is also always there for anyone who needs him. He's a very selfless sim and truly wants to dedicate his time and energy to improving the society he's in. And then in terms of his style, I think he's a pretty laid-back sim. He doesn't want to think too much about what he wears, but everything he puts on ends up looking quite stylish. He's definitely more street style. He wears a lot of jewelry as well, and he also has a sleeve of tattoos. The ones I chose aren't CC, they're in-game, so you don't need to download anything for that. I actually can't remember if they're part of a pack. Maybe they're city living, but yeah, he has tattoos, so I think he's one of the older teens in this series. If it was real life, he'd definitely be 18 or 19, I think. Though I think in the UK, at least, you can get a tattoo at 16 with your parents' permission. Don't quote me on that. I think that was the case when I was younger, at least, so it might have changed, but yeah, maybe he just has really chill parents. Yes, so I think he comes from quite a big family, and because his parents don't really have the time for it, they trust him to look after his other siblings, which he does very willingly and happily, and that kind of made him interested in working with children and young people as his future career. Like, he just has a really natural way with children and they really gravitate towards him. Like I said, he's just a really like driven and motivated sim. He really wants to achieve his goals and he wants his community to grow and be better. So yeah, that's his life goals. But I also think he's quite strict with like following the rules as well. So maybe there's some clashes he has with like the first sim I posted in this series. That sim is a graffiti artist and is a bit of a troublemaker, so I think in the future that could cause some interesting dynamics. But anyway, that is pretty much it for this build. I hope you're enjoying this series so far. If you are, please do like, comment and subscribe. Leave any sim suggestions in the comment section below. Check out my Tumblr for the full CC list of this sim. Enjoy the screenshots and all that, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Bye guys!